Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Elizabeth and I'm coming to you from Sedona, Arizona, and this is going to be the August reading for Gemini. Hi Gemini, how are you? This is good for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and definitely the North Node of the Moon, because the North Node of the Moon is in Gemini. These are general messages and they won't resonate for everyone, so please use your highest intuition and guidance and take what resonates, and as always you can leave the rest. So let's get into it, Gemini. I hope that you're all doing really well. We're going to start with an Angels of Atlantis Oracle deck, and all of my decks have been shuffled really well prior to this reading. They have been cleared and they've been charged, so they're really ready to go. And as we start, we will call in the divine with love and light. And we'll call in the archangels at the four corners of the world. I call in the six elements: earth, air, water, fire, spirit, and ether to join us here today. Okay, my dear Gemini, let's get you one card for the remainder of August. One card for Gemini for the remainder of August. What archangel is with Gemini to support you? Two wanted to come out. I guess we'll take them. Michael, enchantment, and Hanael, hope. So it feels like magic and hope. I absolutely love this. And Michael in this deck is the cosmic leader. I see him as an angel, archangel of protection for sure, protection for those who are traveling. But in this deck, he's a cosmic leader, and he really wants to bring magic into your life, this element of enchantment, of getting back into the imagination, the dreams, all things magical. There's a unicorn in this deck, so he is bringing you a unicorn. I love that. And Hanael, hope. What a beautiful card. And we see here we have a dove of peace. I'm going to read really quickly because the descriptions are very short. The sacred warrior, amazing. And you have hope. So when we feel deeply and are affected by the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to, we may despair, until the dove of peace enters our lives and once more lifts us to hope. If this is a moment of such challenge, reach out and the angels will carry you to this virtue by allowing you to observe a beautiful scene in nature, another soul filled with joy or success, or a child whose innocence lifts your spirits. Within this form, you will see a manifestation of the oracle like a dove, allowing your spirit to fly in peace. Please repeat 3 times. Hope is the elixir of the divine. Hope is the elixir of the divine. Hope is the elixir of the divine. Archangel Hanael, the sacred warrior and the cosmic leader. Really beautiful, Gemini. Magic and hope. So I think we will put both of these here and just let these energies activate that you have 2 archangels that wanted to come out for you today. All right, so let's get you, we'll do a few cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and then we'll move right on to the tarot portion. How does that sound? Okay. What are the messages for Gemini, please? The Gemini Collective for the remainder of August. For the remainder of August, please. Woo! Okay. Let's see. These 2 came out. I love this. Yeah, this is amazing. Imagine and to be fair. So we'll just start with this because this feels so air energy like, and you are an air sign, Gemini. And so imagine all of the possibilities. This is pure sky. It's pure air, 20, breaking down to a 2. And it even feels, it's just so etheric. It's just so etheric. Look at all of that blue. So I'm feeling like because of all the blue, it definitely activating your throat chakra for the rest of the month and being able to communicate perhaps like all of these ideas that you're having, the visions that you're having. This is very third eye, this is very throat chakra, so being able to communicate or vision, you might be really having one of those moments. And then to be fair, so it feels like something maybe coming back to balance in your life, trying to find more balance in your life with these scales. 38 breaking down to, well, it's an 11, which is a master number when you add that together. And that is the number of Archangel Metatron, which can be a wake-up call. So fairness, this is feeling very Libra-like. It's using your wisdom to really balance the scales. There's an owl above her head. So kind of like achieving a certain state of balance, but also within the mental realms of what's fair. Thinking about really perhaps righting some wrongs with people. We'll see where the tarot takes us, but yeah, you might be coming out as someone who is really trying to balance the scales for the rest of the month. And you have like multiple arms. The woman in this card, she has like multiple arms. She's got 4 arms. So really multitasking, doing a lot. You've got your hands full, which definitely feels like Gemini energy. Okay. I'm not gonna over shuffle because I've already done that. So let's get into the tarot, Gemini. What are the messages for the rest of the month of August for my dear Gemini collective, all the Geminis, whatever important placements you may have in your chart as it relates to Gemini and wanting to tap into that energy, or if you're cross-watching, you know, I welcome you as well for a special Gemini in your life. What are the messages for Gemini? Ace of Pentacles wanted to pop out. New beginnings, new job opportunity, new living situation, imagining the possibilities of all of that. But really a focus on like doing what's right, balancing the scales. Okay, Gemini, a few more times. For my dear Geminis. So from the bottom of the deck at the underlying energy, we have justice. You can't make this up, Gemini. Justice. Yeah, you're trying to balance some scales here. Beautiful. And let's clarify that. With the Knight of Voices, your card, Gemini, card of Gemini, truth is coming in fast. Justice is coming in fast. Wow. At the heart of your reading is the Queen of Inspiration, Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, fire energy. In the Pastor Foundation, we have the Hermit. Very interesting, Gemini. In the present, we have the Sun. This is a great reading. In the future, we have the Four of Wands, amazing, coming out under the Queen of Wands. And your advice is the Eight of Cups. Very interesting. Let's find out what you are walking away from or walking towards, Gemini. This is such an amazing reading. I mean, wow, Gemini, wow. Really, really beautiful. I think there was a time where you were really concerned that something wasn't going to work out for you. Really, that something wasn't going to work out for you, and you really went inside. You disappeared. You went into hermit mode. Card of Virgo. I see Libra. I see Virgo. I see Leo. I see Aries, and I see you, Gemini. So a lot of fire in here too. A lot of fire. But there was a situation. You know, there was some kind of an imbalance going on, whether it was in your work life or in your home life or in relationships, and it really needed to be worked on. And I love that you went inside to do this. It feels like you really took a journey inward in order to come out with this justice. So now we have 11, 11. 3 and 8 is 11. Justice is 11. Archangel Metatron, definitely a guide for you. Absolutely a guide for you. This is a wake-up call. This is synchronicity. This is allowing the synchronicity to happen, the enchantment, the magic to happen in your life. And I think that that's why you went inside. You know, we're going to get a lot of clarifiers, but whatever it was, it came in really fast. Like, whatever balanced the scales in your life, I believe that it had to do with you taking charge. This is the only night, first of all, it's the fastest moving night in the tarot deck, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Voices, your card, Gemini. And with all of this blue, that's why I said like throat chakra, communication, expressing yourself. It really took you went inward, you really went inward, and then you were able to express. Then you were able to do the things that created balance and justice in your life, that made things fair again, that brought you a sense of justice and balance even from within yourself. And the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight, and that's why in this deck it's a Pegasus, because it's literally flying, it's so fast. And you can see, like, it's flying above everything, above the mountains, which are the obstacles, and here are the Tibetan prayer flags. So these are things that you were praying for. And when you were in hermit mode, your pastor foundation is hermit, you were praying, really trying to find your way, trying to find the answers, like from the universe, looking up at the sky, your element, the sky, the air, really looking for hope. That's why hope came out. This is your North Star. The hermit goes inward to find its North Star again, to find its home, to find its destiny, to find the answers. It goes inward. And I love this hermit so much. It's like you went a long way. It was a long journey to find some kind of peace, hope, the hermit, peace, the dove. It's beautiful. And at the heart of the reading is you, or this could be someone else, because you're also here as the Knight of Swords. But at the heart of the reading is this beautiful queen. Cancer got queen energy too. Cancer got Queen of Cups. You're getting fire. You know, this fire, independence and confidence. This past energy seems like it gave you a renewed sense of self. Really a renewed sense of self, of who you are, of almost like what your destiny is, the way forward for you. And this is even a nod to Lionsgate with these pyramids coming out, this August energy, the August Lionsgate that we move through, the pyramids here, the pyramids at Giza, and there's a leopard here, you know, and that's symbolic of majesty, obviously, nobility, but great speed, really great speed. So there is this sense of like you having speed and determination, the speed of this Pegasus, and then the speed of that leopard down there, that there's a great quickness to what you're doing. And Gemini, you know, that kind of is your thing, is quickness. Really an alert mind, a mind that can process a lot of information at once. You're always, you know, thinking about multiple things at once. Third house, house of communication. And so it's so interesting to me, like this Queen of Wands, she's operating from a place of just knowing who she is. It feels like you really know who you are right now, but you had to go through something with this justice. You really had to go through something. It's such a beautiful reading, but it really begs the question, like, what are you walking towards? This is the advice. What do you need to walk towards? Coming out under the Hermit. It feels like, you know, there's somewhat of a solo energy until the future comes, and then there's like this laying of the foundation in the future. So yeah, it's making a lot of sense. Your present energy is the sun, and that's reflective of Leo season. Obviously, this is a card of Leo, but it's also a card of great blessings and abundance and having clarity. Just everything is bright, and you have a lot of clarity, and it feels like there's a lot of joy around you. A lot of joy around you right now, Gemini. It's such a beautiful, almost perfect reading. And then we get to the future where it's just about laying the foundation. The 4 pillars, right? The 4 wands represent the 4 pillars of our life. Our home life, our career or our vocation, family and love, let's just say, and then spiritual life, spiritual purpose, laying those 4 foundations. This year is 2020, so we're in a 4 year, and this is a year of foundations. And this is also a card where we just kind of pause to celebrate how far we've come, pause to celebrate our success, pause to celebrate the joy that we have in our life. And this can also be a card of union and marriage. So I think we're going to get some clarifiers to get a little bit more in depth with this reading. Let me, it's obviously very, very general right now, but it's really beautiful, really, really beautiful. And I love how like this Queen of Wands and the Hermit, they're both looking in the same direction, like they're both looking toward the future. And one of them is, the Hermit is also looking up. And the Queen of Wands has her eyes closed, but she's still, their heads are kind of pointed in the same direction, and that's towards the future. It's towards the future. The underlying energy of the Justice, something really cracked you open. Something really cracked you open to let the light in. If there were any kind of legal matters that you were dealing with, I see them being resolved in your favor with the Sun in the present. I don't know that you even hermited for that long, or if anyone was even aware that you were doing that, Gemini. This may have been, because of this whole situation that the world is in, everybody was hermiting, and that really could just be signified, the Hermit could be coming up just because of the lockdown, right? So that could have been that energy, and during that time, you really took advantage of it to go within, and you're seeing a lot of the payoff from that now. There's a certain joy now, because you really took the time to do some soul searching, and it also felt kind of dreamy with the Imagine coming up, and the enchantment, like you kind of went into your magical realm during this whole lockdown thing that we've been going through. And some of you could still, to some degree, there is still a lot of that going on. Things have not returned back to normal. So anyway, okay, let's get a clarifier for the Justice with the Knight of Swords. Like, what was this Justice about? Whatever it was, there was a truth. There was, it came in really fast. It came in really, really fast. So if this was like a court case, anything related to something legal or anything regarding a contract, whether that's for a home or work or custody or a divorce, although I'm not necessarily feeling that it was like a divorce, but it could have been. But let's clarify that. Let's get a couple of cards for that. 3 of Pentacles, so probably around a work situation. For some of you, around a work situation. Balancing the scales in your work situation, and I know a lot of people have really been shifting what they do for a living because of this whole situation. It is a sense of also that people were coming together, to work with you. Maybe people in the past who weren't necessarily on board with you suddenly were. They saw your light. saw your worth. It's a card of cooperation and collaboration. Coming out with the Justice is really beautiful. One more card. Justice, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. Interesting. Very interesting. Did some of you go off on an adventure? Wow. Very interesting. The two fastest moving knights in the deck. And for the past few readings, these guys have really been wanting to come out. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords have really been wanting to show themselves. Knights have been coming out a lot, and I think it's because collectively we all want to move. Like, we all want to have movement. We've been stuck in hermit mode for too long. And so the Knights have really, these two Knights, and even the Knight of Pentacles, have really been showing themselves a lot because, like I said, we really collectively want some movement. You know, we're done with this energy of hermiting. And these two Knights are just really coming out. So some of you really could have been going on an adventure, really rediscovering your passion, having fun, having an adventure. A card of Sagittarius, definitely like an element of travel, some travel. And I know that there's been restrictions around travel, but some of you maybe really have pulled off some travel. And if not, then it's really just about like getting back into the fire and into the passion and that kind of thing. If it's another person, it could have been like somebody coming along wanting to collaborate with you, and it feels like justice because maybe they're offering you a really, really great job, and that person could be a Sag or have a lot of Sag energy and just be like, you know, meeting you as a knight, like sort of meeting you in a similar energy, you know, that it's going to be very collaborative and cooperative because it's this Gemini-Sag axis, you know. And also the North Node of the Moon and the South Node of the Moon are sitting on the Gemini-Sag axis right now for the next year. So we've got the South Node of the Moon and the North Node of the Moon represented right here. Sag, South Node of the Moon. Gemini, North Node of the Moon. It's your opposite sign. And so it's kind of signifying, even if we look at the Justice in the middle, where we've been versus where we're going, that kind of a thing. 11, you know, 2 towers, 2 pillars, the 11. And this is just like who we were versus who we're becoming. You know, it's really an interesting energy at the underlying, and it's very positive, and there's a lot of movement, and there's light here. And with the 3 of Pentacles, it's even like, you know, realizing who we want to be woven together with, who we want to be braided together with, who we want to work with, who we want on our team, who is making the final cut for us, who we feel supported by in the physical, you know, who's going to support us, who's going to stand by us, who we can lean on. And there just feels like it's all very balanced right now. And maybe it wasn't before. You know, maybe the scales were not balanced before. But you've really been working through that. And I think this going within was a big deal for you. Because also, Gemini, you know, the North Node of the Moon is also sitting in your sign, and Venus was moving through your sign in the past. Venus is the planet of partnerships and love and relationships, so that was highlighted for you back in, let's say, May, right around your birthday. You could have really, really been hermiting during that time, like figuring out who's important to me, who do I want on my team, who do I want by my side. I want it to feel balanced. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. It makes sense to me. So let's go to the Hermit, and we'll just get a card to clarify the Hermit. Even though I'm really understanding this, but if there's another significant timeline that wants to come out, I would like to know what that is for my viewers. And I thank you so much for being here. If you're returning, thank you so very much for your support. If you're new to the channel, I really, really welcome you, and I hope that you will like this video and perhaps subscribe. It would really make my day a lot. So I thank you so much for being here. Okay, one card for the Hermit for Gemini, please. What are we not seeing here? One card for the Hermit. Five of Coins. So there was this like catalyst for change. The fives, they bring in change, where perhaps you were feeling undervalued, perhaps you were feeling overlooked, perhaps you were feeling just sort of left out, or like you didn't know where you quite belonged anymore. And also for some of you, there could have been some kind of a loss with a job, a loss with housing or your home, a loss around money. Not necessarily with everyone, but the Five of Materials is, you know, the lack card, where we're feeling some kind of a lack, and it's coins, so it's things in the physical. And like I said, you really, really went inside, and I love that you did that. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful energy. You really took the time, Gemini, to work through that. And at the bottom of the deck was the Devil. So perhaps it was around a job that was toxic, a relationship that was toxic, your own lack mentality even. It's so natural with everything that was happening, you know, all of the fear. This is a lot of fear here, and that could have really been the underlying energy. It was just the fear in the collective, period. It doesn't have to be deeper than that. But for some of you, it was around toxic situations, living, working, relationship, where you were feeling a lack around it, the shadow, you know, that it wasn't providing what you needed. And that's why I said you were cracked open. You let the light through. You really worked through that Devil energy, you know, the things that keep us bound, the things that keep us in the dark, right? Okay, because for that reason, the Devil, he's a great coach. He's an agent of chaos, and he's a great coach. Capricorn, you know, think about if you played sports or you competed in anything in your life, that one teacher or that one coach that pushed you the hardest to where you almost dreaded seeing them and you had like horrible thoughts about them, but years later you were like, that was the best coach ever. They pushed me to my limit. That coach like really cracked me open. That can be the Devil. He can be a great coach, really and truly. Okay, so I think I'm understanding this past Hermit energy a little bit, and like I said, for some of you, it's going to be the situation, you know, the pandemic starting in February and March, and for some of you, it really, that outer circumstances were a mirror of your inner worlds. You know, a relationship, a work situation, friendships, family, a job, you know, all of that. All right, so let's get a couple of cards for the heart of your reading. Queen of Wands, Queen of Inspiration. Who is this queen? Is it Gemini? Sitting at the heart of your reading. Let's take 2 cards for the Queen of Wands, please. 2 cards for the Queen of Wands. 2 cards, please, for the Queen of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands here at the heart of the reading? She's so beautiful, so taken back by her beauty. If it is another person, like, man, were you crazy about them? The passion, you know, their charisma, their charm, their energy, you know. And if it's you, then that is what you're emanating, Gemini. Beauty, charisma, inspiration. You're inspiring people. You're charming people. You're a light worker. You know, in these dark times, you're a light worker. You're bringing the light. It is a dark time for many, many people. We have to remember that, those of us that are light workers, that this is a dark time for many, many people who are still in the fear, right? Okay, 2 cards for my dear Gemini collective. That feels good. Alrighty. First one out is Strength. Oh my God. And the second one is the devil. Oh my God. How funny. You can't make that up. You cannot make that up. Bottom of the deck is the Fool. You really, like, you are showing such amazing fortitude here, Gemini. This is an accomplishment. This is huge. And this is the north node of the moon in your sign. Your destiny is calling. I said this in the May reading or the April reading for Gemini. Like, if you want to go back and watch that, like the calling to like judgment, like the judgment card to answer your highest calling. It is here. You know, I mean, she is just like overcoming, taming the beast, like facing this energy head on. Phoenix rising from the ashes, that is you. Sitting on top of your lion, looking off into the distance. This lion like respects you so much. This is working through your own ego, and you might still be doing this, you know. This devil energy may still be lurking. It may still be there to some degree. The things that hold you back, your fears, feeling like you don't have as much control over your destiny, North Node in Gemini. You know, that there's someone pulling at the strings, but really and truly working through that, facing it head on. It's so beautiful. She's such a beautiful queen, really. And this is also Leo season. And the sun is in the present. Look at this. It's like that. Heart of the reading, present. This is all Leo energy. Gemini, you are just embodying the fire, really and truly. And the Knight of Wands and the Four of Wands, there's so much fire, so much fire. And for a while there wasn't. You know, for a while I think that the fire may have subsided, and that's okay. It's cyclical, everything's cyclical. But for a while, this is where you were, right? And so this queen, you, just so much fortitude, really, really coming back into balance, taming the ego, working with your own shadow, really working with your own shadow, and the shadow of those around you. The shadow of those around you, coming out very balanced here with justice, wanting to work with other people wanting to work with you. And there is this sense of restlessness, I do want to say. And Gemini, you are a restless energy, but with these two nights, like, man, there's some restlessness here of just wanting to charge off, like wanting to take off, wanting the adventure, wanting, you know, the movement, the energy, all of that. This could represent other people around you as well. You know, it really, really could represent other people around you. For some of you, you know, the two nights may be two different people that are kind of pulling at you, right? That are pulling at you, and you're trying to bring it all together. You may be dealing with multiple people in business, with multiple companies. Maybe you're working 2-3 different jobs and you're trying to weave it all together with this Three of Pentacles. Yeah, and maybe because you felt lack in the past, or even, you know, with the whole situation, you want to make sure that your nest egg is secure. So you might be taking on a lot of projects right now, really like putting yourself in a lot of different situations to make sure that everything is balanced, so that, you know, if this kind of Five of Pentacles energy keeps going or comes back again a second time or a third time, that you have a nest egg. And yeah, so let's move into the present. And at the bottom of the deck was the Fool. So this is like, it's telling me that you have been taking some risks. Like, you have been using your faith. Faith goes hand in hand with hope for me. You know, if you don't have faith, how can you have hope, right? So you are moving on like spiritual guidance, I want to say, but at the same time, it's also just your primal instinct, the instinct of a child. It's also the 0 point where there's infinite possibility. It's where the lemniscate, the figure 8, the infinity sign, it's where that point in the middle, you know, so it's showing that that you're in a space where there's just infinite, you feel like there's infinite possibility for you. Sun coming up in the present. Like, leave it to a Gemini to just turn things around quickly. Where there was lack, now there's the exact opposite. Where there was, you know, darkness and shadow, there's now the exact opposite. And like I said, it doesn't mean that, you know, the energy of the devil is gone. It never really goes away, does it? You know, our shadow is always with us. It's how we integrate it. That's strength. It's how we integrate it. It's how we utilize it. It's how we give it love, really. It's how we give it love. And with this Queen of Wands, like, you're definitely nurturing the shadow, giving it love, nurturing it, but letting it know that that your light is going to stand at the forefront. Your light is going to stand at the forefront. Your light is going to stand at the forefront. So it's not about ridding yourself of shadow, right? Gemini, you are the sign of duality, the twins. So if anyone understands this, it's you. Present energy, the sun. Let's get a couple of cards for Gemini Collective, for your present energy. And what's going on in the present? What is Gemini up to? What's happening? Okay. What a beautiful reading, Gemini. Wow, King of Cups. You know, there's a lot of people in this reading. And the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles just came up in the same, clarifying the present for Cancer. So now we've got a King of Cups. Cancer had the Queen of Cups. So you really could be dealing with a Cancer. There could be a Cancer in your life. And this person's important. This person's important. This may be a relationship. Okay, King of Cups. Scorpio energy. Now with the King of Cups, you know, he's the king. He has mastery over the whole suit of cups. You know, so much so that he will just, you know, he is very self-sufficient. He will just take care of himself. Still waters run deep with him, so he knows how he feels, but he doesn't always say it. And he's a healer. He's a natural healer. He's someone who is very emotionally mature, has a lot of emotional intelligence. And here it's the muse, so it's not even necessarily a male energy, it's the embodiment of the suit of cups. So this could be, you know, if you're a male watching this could be a female, it could be same sex, it's not gender specific, it doesn't really matter, it's energy. And so there could be someone in your life right now. I'm feeling like this is another person, and this is also you just being, your cup is overflowing, your cup is full. You know, there is a balance. Again, this 6 coming out to show balance, 6 of coins. There's balance. It feels like there's balance in your physical world. What you're putting out, you're getting back. You feel appreciated. You feel valued in your relationships, at work, at home. You just feel a sense of balance, of reciprocity. You may have a lot to give right now, Gemini. You may be giving a lot because the sun in the present. So if you do, now is such a great time to, you know, to give to charity, to volunteer your time if you can, to give to those in need. It doesn't have to be money. It can just be, you know, maybe, like I said, you're a light worker. And so this really could just be like you giving out to your community, to the world, messages of hope, messages of magic, you know. This really could be you just embodying the heart space, the love, like really having your heart open. And it could also, you know, for some of you, we'll pull some love cards, you know, we'll get a few love messages for you guys, for those of you that are in partnership, or for those of you that maybe are in separation as well. You know, this is someone that you really love, and maybe there was a time where the relationship wasn't balanced and you took a time out, the Hermit, and now it's coming back into alignment. There's reciprocity, like, you know, you go from, this is beautiful. In the past, your foundation, to clarify, you go from the 5 of coins to, in the present, the 6 of coins. There is progress. Progress, Gemini. If you don't feel like it's happening fast enough for you, I know I keep talking about this really, really fast energy of these 2 nights. If you don't feel like, you're like, no, it's not happening that quickly, but there's still progress. The pentacles, the coins, they move slowly. It's earth energy. So even in the pentacles, in the coins, it's showing you that there's progress. 5 in the past, 6 in the present. Or it's coming. That's the other thing I want to say, is that this is tarot timing. And also with tarot, we're working with the quantum field. I work with the quantum field, and everybody works through energies at their own pace and in their own fashion. And so, you know, a present energy for this reading may actually be your future energy, or you're like, I moved through that 3 months ago, you know, but it resonates. So it's not time specific either. You could see this in 2 months from now, and it totally applies to you in that moment. And also, you know, a future energy could be coming from like this is your future, could be coming from years and years in the future. It could be coming from a future life. The past could be from a past life. You know, that's why I always say use your own highest intuition to guide you yourself through this reading. You know, your third eye, your inner knowing. This is a co-creation. And so anyway, I also wanted to mention with these coins, the 3 coins that have come out in the whole reading, the underlying energy was the 3, the past or foundation was the 5, and the future is the 6. So I just want to show you that there's even more progression. And the 3 is still with you because it's coming out as the underlying energy, and it's coming out on top of the 6, 3 and the 6. So there are people to work with. There is support for you. You know, where you were feeling alone in the past, that is not the case anymore. And if you're not there yet, it's coming. The support is coming. The reciprocity is coming. The love is coming even, or you found it already. Future energy of the 4 of Wands, where you have been doing a lot of manifesting, I want to say. A lot of manifesting, a lot of inner work, a lot of getting back to your self-confidence, a lot of working with your shadow, a lot of calling in the abundance, a lot of working with the light work, you know, a lot of working with the light, a lot of giving back to other people. And, you know, and what's coming out of that is you building a foundation. And it's with Wands energy, it's with fire, it's with passion, and it's the action that you're taking out into the world. So let's see what's coming towards you, my dear Gemini, this 4 of Wands. For some of you, it could be marriage. Just saying, with this King of Cups, Muse of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Muse of Cups. And maybe the underlying energy, if this is your relationship, is the 2 of you at the underlying, both of you knights. Here's you and here's them, or vice versa. Both knights together, both on the same page, both wanting to move things along quickly, both wanting to make things happen, both inspired, right? Super Aries, super fiery, Sag, Gemini axis. And now you're both the royalty. You're the king and the queen. There's growth together. This whole reading is about growth and progression. And the growth and progression is showing in the Pentacles. It's slow and steady, but in the Court cards, it's showing as fast and furious, I want to say, you know. And and it's working. Whatever it is, it's working. It's so interesting. So I just want to mention that too. Okay, and that's why I was saying, like, you know, some of you really could be getting married, or just, if you don't believe in marriage, that's cool too. Or just really like taking this partnership to the next level. The Emperor wanted to come out. Aries energy, this is that Mars in Aries. So this is, you know, potentially happening like very, very soon. This Four of Wands, like there is gonna be cause for celebration. And it is around like things in the physical, and the Emperor being the king of all kings, embodying every single one of the kings. King of Wands, King of Cups, King of Pentacles, King of Swords, like all the kings. It's about being in your power, really truly being in your power, laying your foundation, and being able to celebrate that, really. Let's get another one. Could be dealing with an Aries, Scorpio, Sag, Leo, Virgo, Capricorn. Like a lot of the signs are here. You're really like bossing up here, and you also could be starting your own business. I'm just gonna say all of this could be leading up to you being your own boss and starting your own business, or also that whoever is going to be your boss, you're really, really like taking your employee-employer relationship to the next level, like a promotion, I wanna say. Really bossing up in your vocation at your company, that there definitely could be a promotion coming for you. This Emperor like really knows that you can do the work, that you're like really laying the foundation to set yourself up for a big promotion, Gemini. Just gonna say that. Or even your boss may be making you co-owner, part owner, a partner, making you a partner in their business. Like there's a lot of opportunity here. Keep doing the work. Like if you're in a job right now that you're happy with, if you are not happy with your job, then this message is not for you, okay? But if you are working for someone else or multiple people, and you're really, really happy at one of them, and maybe you're not so happy at the other one, then the one that you're happy at, keep giving to that one. Give it your all. Maybe that's why the advice is the Eight of Cups. Like maybe if you're juggling between two jobs right now, I don't see any twos. So I don't see any decisions that feel like they really need to be made. But because of these two knights with the Three of Pentacles and then the Justice, I'm just getting this, you know, this idea that maybe some of you have multiple jobs, and that one of them is like, it's the thing, it's the one, okay? But anyway, keep giving, keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, Gemini, keep doing it. Okay, one more card. Let's get one more card for this. I'm not gonna take this one. For the Four of Inspiration and the Emperor. Oh, and this is interesting. They're both fours. They're both fours. So this is happening for you in 2020. It's a 4 year. Happening for you in 2020. Okay. One more card for the future energy. Potential future. Potential future. These are potential timelines. If you don't like that timeline, it doesn't have to be yours. The future's not written. You're the Emperor. You're in control. Okay. Take back your power. If there's anywhere that you've left your power, take it back. I feel like you've already done a lot of that with the Strength, Queen of Wands, Devil energy, and the Hermit. Okay. One more card for this potential, beautiful, powerful future. Five of Swords. Why? Why is the Five of Swords there with the King of Swords on the bottom? This is a card of Gemini, and this is a card of duality. I feel like this is maybe Mercury in Gemini, I want to say. I feel like this is just your doubts. The Five of Voices coming in. You know, I feel like this is just some of your doubt, Gemini, that may creep back in, like some of that double energy. That's why I said it's like, it doesn't just go away magically one day, you know? So if you feel like doubt creeping in, wanting to return to old patterns, if there are any like old habits, like they say old habits die hard, and sometimes this is where we self-sabotage. So I think it's just a warning for you. This is where we self-sabotage, and when things are going so well, right, that's when I think some of us panic and want to self-sabotage. It's just patterns of behavior. It's a way of thinking. I'm not too worried about this, but you know, if it does come up, you'll deal with it. You will deal with it. And I want to know why. Maybe it's connected into this Eight of Cups, because your advice is the Eight of Cups, and that is where we go off and search for the Ninth Cup, the wish. And you know, Gemini, I wouldn't put it past you to want more than all of this, especially with the North Node of the Moon sitting in Gemini. It's destiny. It's our highest calling, and it's going to be tugging at you, like pulling you. And I feel like this is almost that North Node of the Moon pulling you, so that there's no stopping you. This keeps going. It keeps continuing. You keep leveling up. You're going to keep leveling up, and I feel like you're just going to keep going higher and higher and higher. And if there is a Five of Voices, if this happens to be other people, let's just say, as we find great success in life, surrounded by abundance and love and equality and joy and all of this beautiful energy, that there may be some people who want to come in and kind of poo-poo on you, okay? Especially coming into an Emperor, Four of Wands. Being your own boss, getting a big promotion, just having more, being more joyful, being more authentic. You know, that there may be some people, you know, that want to come in and try to sabotage that, even if it doesn't have to be that serious, but the Five of Swords can be pretty serious. You know, this could be narcissists creeping back up, old friendships, old lovers, trying to, you know, they see how well you're doing and they're trying to get back at you. The advice is literally to walk away from anything that doesn't serve your highest good. No more entertaining of any of the BS, okay? This is really about leveling up with that, with the North Node sitting in Gemini for the next year. Like, it's a transformative year for you, really and truly. In the midst of everything that's happening, Gemini, like, I really feel like you as a sign, whether it's in your moon or your rising, even your Venus, it just will affect different aspects of your life. And now with these two fives together, and this has been happening in a lot of the readings, just different versions of the fives. When you add the two fives, you get a 10. And the 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, blessings, card of Jupiter. And it just, again, is speaking to that movement, you know, that the wheel is always turning, and it's turning in your favor, completing a cycle, you know, really completing a cycle in your life that maybe you really had lost hope. Maybe you did lose some hope, Gemini, you know, you've got it back though, or you're getting it back. And so, like I said, this future Five of Voices, I'm glad that we pulled another one, because I want to explore all the energies. I want to explore as many energies for you as possible. I don't want it to necessarily just be all love and light and easy peasy, boom, we're done. Like, I want to see these energies so that we can talk about it, and so that you have something to ponder and something to feel into in your heart space. And again, if this message isn't for you, then it's simply not for you, and you can move on. The message isn't the message. The message is your reaction to the message. So if anything's triggering you here, or anything just doesn't feel right, then that's totally cool. Okay, so that's that. Let's get a few cards for the advice. I feel like we had definitely one kind of insight as to what this Eight of Cups is. actually 2 insights. First and foremost, if there's something that's feeling like it's blocking your energy or trying to sabotage you, like, get rid of it right away. No more BS, like, just cut it out. And also, it is this North Node in Gemini where you are going to be really, really leveling up. You're going to keep accumulating more awesomeness, I want to say. It's it's like an accumulation they fell because the deck wanted me to know I was shuffling upside down. Thank you. Okay. So a couple more cards for the advice for Gemini, and then we'll start pulling some oracle cards and tie it all together. Okay, Gemini. A few more cards for the advice. Please, 2 more cards for the advice for my dear Gemini collective. I saw the Lovers wanting to pop out, and that is one of your cards, Gemini. Okay, 7 of Wands and 5 of Wands. Yeah, it's just showing up again. The 5 of Wands is just, steer clear of any drama, okay? Really, and this was a big message for Cancer. Really try to steer clear of the drama. Don't involve yourself in it. And I'm sure a lot of you, with all of this sunshine around you and all of this sort of mastery over the emotions right now that you may be having, or that like your partner is having, it's a very supportive energy that you have around you. But the other thing about this too is to kind of like enjoy the healthy competition. If there are people around you that you're really inspired by, you're inspired by their work, you're inspired by their vision, you're inspired by them, like let that help you, let that help you to be better. The 5 of Wands can be about like a healthy competition where, these are the people that wind up helping us in the long run, is the people that we sort of like look up to, or we're looking at their work and we're like, oh my God, that's so amazing. It's inspiring me to be better. So that's something to look out for too. It's like a little bit of competition can be healthy for us, right? But this can also be just avoiding drama and conflict. And again, this is that energy, the 7 of Wands, like deciding what's worth your time and energy about any kind of fighting or any kind of like, there's just so much divisiveness. You don't have to show up to every argument that you're invited to. Sometimes it's best to just walk away, but that you have the upper hand, you have the strength. If there's something that you do want to show up to, if there is a cause that feels important to you, if there is something that feels like it is worth your fight, like you really want to use your voice, remember all of this throat chakra activation that I'm really feeling for you, that you will have the upper hand, you have the strength, you've got the sun around you, you've got the sun behind you, and you can totally do it. You've got the strength. Remember the strength card coming out for you. You've got the strength, and you had the most awesome coach. This was your coach, Capricorn. This is all of, the Saturn in Capricorn, the Pluto in Capricorn, squaring the sun. This is what that is, Gemini, and this was your coach. This is an awesome coach, and this coach is bringing you some 5s and brought you some 5s. The only 5 that's missing is the 5 of Cups, and I absolutely love that. That's the only 5 that's missing. One more 5 and you've got Judgment. 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. So I love that the 5 of Cups is missing because it's showing me that emotionally, like you're good. That's why the Muse of Cups, the King of Cups came out, because I don't feel that you're necessarily like grieving over anything in the heart space. There aren't all these tears and that's okay if there are. I am, but I'm just showing you what is showing up here. I'm the messenger, and I'm observing what is not in the reading as well as what is in the reading. So I am just so impressed by this reading. It feels so balanced with the light and the shadow. And as a Gemini, it makes perfect sense to me that it's balanced with light and shadow, but that the light essentially is kicking the shadow's ass. So way to go, Gemini. So beautiful. Let's get you some oracle cards, shall we? I want to get you a Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. I haven't used this deck all month in any of the YouTube readings, and we're just going to start shuffling because I have really pre-shuffled them, and this is the first time I'm using them in the August readings. You're my last of the August readings. I'm so sorry that this is late. I just really, you know, I'm not quite there yet with getting everything out on time, but I'm getting better. And for September, I think they'll be out within the first week. So Almoira came out, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So maybe your cloak is a cloak that is like imbued with love, and that love is what's protecting you. I love him. He's so handsome. And there's that blue again. You know, that blue, that it's like royalty, I want to say. It's divine communication that you're capable of. There's a divinity about your communication, your expression. There's a divinity about it. And I believe he was a Persian, he's an ascended master, a Persian ascended master, and he worked with sacred geometry as well. So sacred geometry may be really important to you, or it's really going to help you to stay focused, okay? And let's get you one more, just to see if there's one more, because he popped out. So let's get you one more for my dear Geminis. The universe is with you. It's not even within you. I mean, it is, but it's with you. Your universe loves you, Gemini. And it does want you to protect a little bit. So that's interesting. And maybe that's, you know, the Five of Voices, Seven of Wands, Five of Wands energy. I'm telling you, when you are, you know, your light will attract the darkness as well. And so this Ascended Master is asking you to protect a little bit, and that's okay. We can protect a little bit without being, you know, overly protective, and where we, you know, don't let anything in. I think it's even speaking just to boundaries, okay, one more, and I will just be quiet and get grounded and get your card. Who else wants to come out for Gemini? Beautiful, Mary Magdalene. There's the Divine Feminine. The teacher awakens. She is a teacher. And she's there for all of us. This is, you know, the sacred feminine and the twin flame of Jesus. And she's a teacher. She was one of the most misunderstood, misrepresented, and lied about women in all of history, as were many of the goddesses, right? And she's so gentle and she's so soft, but there's so much strength in that. Strength in her being able to come across sort of quietly. And I really feel like this is that energy. The teacher is awakening within you. A teacher is awakening within you. You have something important to share. The expression that I was feeling from the very beginning of this reading. Follow the inner call. This is you following your inner call. North Node in Gemini. Don't let anything stop you. Amazing. Like, I want to cry right now. I really feel this reading very deeply. I'm a Sag, so I'm on the other end of your axis. I'm at the south node of the moon right now, and I don't have Gemini in my chart. I mean, everybody has every sign in their chart, but I think I have one of the maybe it's Vesta or Pallas Athena. It's one of those in my chart is in Gemini, I think. But I don't have a whole lot of Gemini in my chart, and I love you guys so much, and gals. So the teacher awakens. Don't let anything stop you. You have something important to share. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's see. Let's get you a message from your spirit guides. I'm really enjoying this deck by John Holland, and I'm just gonna get right to it. Message from the spirit guides to my dear Geminis. El Moira, awakening presence. Awakening twice. Sorry to keep stopping, but when I see something, I say something. Awakening comes up twice with these cards. Teacher awakens and awakening presence. Interesting. Really interesting. Okay. What are the messages for the Gemini collective from their spirit guides? So the spirit guide collective to the Gemini collective. What is the message, please? I hope that you're enjoying this reading and that it's resonating. Some of it, if not all. Oh my gosh, Cancer got this too. Embrace the moment. It's blessings. It's all blessed. Stay focused. Stay in the now. Enjoy. That is the biggest message that my guides have been giving me to give to everyone this month, is to enjoy. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy your moments to the best of your ability. Really make the effort. Embrace this day, this very moment. Think positively today and repel those negative thoughts and the negative people. Try not to judge yourself or others. This may be harder than you think. What is actually happening is that you're changing your energy. And she has like, I love this, you know, it's like the hand, and she's holding like this painting of a rainbow. So it's something that she created. Like, she created this rainbow. You see that? She actually created it for herself. And the sun is there to support, you know, it's also just a nod to Leo season. Amazing. And at the bottom of the deck is cleanse. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. So for some of you might want to do a spiritual cleanse, a physical body cleanse. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. So that was at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's do something funny. And I did this for Cancer, where we pulled a card from the Mood deck. It's the Tarot Mood. And I hope this doesn't offend anyone. If you are a tarot reader, they are just for laughs. But I could understand how some readers would feel like this was not right, but I love them. And so you know what? I don't care. So let's get you a mood, a tarot mood. And they are made of plastic, so you can put them in the bathtub with you. You can like do tarot in the bathtub. It's just called Tarot Mood. It's a distinguishingly relatable tarot deck, tarotmood.com. They're amazing. Okay, one card for my dear Geminis, please. Just for a laugh. What does Tarot Mood want to say to the Gemini collective for the rest of August? One card, please. Okay. Get something funny. Bottom of the deck is the Devil. So I am going to show you this. This came out for Capricorn. Okay. So he says, my tail is on fire. And the lady says, should we get going then? And the man says, nah, just pass the chocolate. And at the bottom, the Devil, the message from the Devil card is free weed and chocolate. And you can see that he's holding a marijuana cigarette. So anyway, that's at the bottom of your deck. But now it's not at the bottom. And your card is, I'm not going to say it out loud, but the Ace of blank sticks. So the Ace of Wands, this is amazing. And you can just kind of read that for yourself. So this is the suit of blank sticks. And it says, time to knock the leaves off this biatch. Okay, Ace of Wands. I hope that was funny for you. Okay, let's see. I want to get you a card from the Lemurian Star Child Oracle. And we'll just do a quick shuffle. It's a very special deck. I used it for Cancer, and I don't know why, but I did Cancer before you guys. In my brain, I just reversed doing Cancer, so I feel, you know, like, why did I do that? I just wanted to save the best for last, and that's you, Gemini. No offense, Cancer. Yeah, I was like, I reversed you guys in my head. I don't know how that happened today. So let's just get you just one message from the Lemurian Star Child Oracle. They're really big, so bear with me while I shuffle. Okay, beautiful. I'm really loving this for you, Gemini. Elders coming out with the elephant. So we could even say like a nod to Ganesh, removing the obstacles. But this month, you know, there's a whale here, there's an elephant, spiritual mentoring, equality, stability, wisdom, experience, and counsels. So for some of you, I feel like this really is about looking toward your elders. It doesn't have to necessarily be an age thing, but someone as a spiritual mentor. Maybe you already have one, and then this would be confirmation that, you know, stick with this person. And for others of you, I feel like you really may be moving into a position of being a mentor to other people. Like you're being seen as an elder now. Maybe, you know, you're someone who knows that you've lived so many lives and you have a lot of experience and you have a remembrance, and you're bringing in wisdom from other worlds and from other dimensions, and it's time for you to maybe step up and mentor some people. And that, I'm feeling like, is part of this North Node destiny, is stepping into a position of spiritual mentoring, sharing your wisdom. Which card was it? The Teacher Awakens. You have something important to share, you know, and that you really are stepping into this position as an elder. And some of you might be like, I'm super young. And in that case, if it doesn't feel right, then it's not your message. But if you're like, well, I'm so young, I'm afraid to do it because people would laugh at me. Don't be. This isn't about age, it's about wisdom and experience, you know, spiritual mentoring, equality. And that is a huge thing, you know, is that if you are mentoring someone or teaching someone something, that you're all equal, everybody's equal. You know, we can learn from everybody, and there doesn't have to be like this hierarchy. And sometimes with the Three of Pentacles can sometimes feel like a hierarchy, you know. But anyway, even in your work, that there should be equality and that you have something important to share. So if in your future, you know, even if you're dealing with a boss, if you do have a boss that's going all Five of Swords on you, you know, then maybe that's something that you walk away from, right? And you realize that, you know, that you have wisdom too. You have something important to share. So for some of you, just make sure that this is being recognized, that wherever you are, that people are recognizing your wisdom and that you have something important to share, and that way your expression can flow freely. This really potent throat chakra that I'm feeling for you. Really potent throat chakra. And don't forget, Archangel Michael, the cosmic leader, you are being led cosmically. You have a unicorn, okay? A unicorn coming to you, with you. Unicorn energy is with you. Super, super magical. You know, look at these two together. Spirit animals. The whale teaching is here too. And even I'm seeing almost like a caduceus, and the caduceus has like angel wings. Do you see that down there? So even it's you as a healer, you know, or you're being mentored by someone into a specific area of the healing arts. I mean, this elephant, my God. And then the whales. I mean, literally, like, how much do we not understand about whales? How they communicate, their language, their sonar, like all of it. You know, they're so wise. Like, we should be learning from them. And then, you know, and it's saying like, this is you. You know, this energy is you. And it's also available to you. But with this Mary Magdalene card coming out with the Teacher Awakens, and then just awakening to your own presence. you know, just awakening to your own presence, like, holy shit, you know, holy S-H-I-T, I'm ready to go out there and be this teacher and step up. And maybe that is even part of this Six of Pentacles in the present, giving back. I was just saying, like, you're doing light work. You know, you're helping other people. I really feel that you have stepped into service, North Node in Gemini. So I'm just going to leave it there. I don't think we need to pull any other cards. I feel totally satisfied with this reading, Gemini. It was so amazing. Thank you so much for the privilege and the honor of being able to deliver these messages to you. I hope that you really enjoyed this, and if you would like a personal reading, if there's a specific part of this reading that really resonated for you but you want to go deeper into it, please send me a message, leave me a comment. I'll give you my email address, whatever that looks like, and we can set up an appointment. I would really enjoy doing that. And if you did like this, please like it and subscribe. I'd appreciate that so very much. I wish you an amazing few weeks ahead. I will see you in September for the September reading, and all the best to you, Gemini. Thank you so, so much. Take care. Bye-bye.